Just
Carolyn, you shut down. Hi, y'all. That's it.
That's the minutes from the.
Okay. Here's my new copies.
Yep. Do this one first, you can leave. He has good tonight.
Oh, he does, don't he? Mark, you didn't remind me, you got plates tonight, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I try to remember that. I think I've got it marked on the counter here at home. Okay, it's 4 o'clock.
Wait just a minute, she's trying to get. No? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Today is Wednesday, March 20th, 2024. This is the regular meeting of the Alex Municipal Authority. I call the meeting to order at 4 o'clock p.m. Agenda for the regular meetings of the Alex Municipal Authority. All agenda items are subject to discussion, consideration, possible action, including but not limited to approval, denial, amendment, revision, or conditional approval in whole or in part of. Roll call. John Williams present.
Karen Johnson present. Amber Odie present.
I'll make the motion that we approve minutes and purchase orders.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 4, Water Department report. Mark?
For the month of February, we used 1,111,900 gallons of water for a daily average of 38,341 gallons. Bulk water sales were 22,564 gallons for a billable amount of $2,256.40. Of the places I called for the repair on the lift station motor, only one of them would give me an estimate, and that fellow said $3,500 minimum, and it would probably go up depending on what they found.
And that was with, is that American Water Works?
No, that's a pump and motor company in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
That's to repair the one that we presently have. Also, 2 bids for the septic tank and lateral line job at the end of G Street have been submitted and are in your folders for review. Also in your folder for review is a labor cost estimate for replacing the fire hydrants. No parts are included in the fire hydrant cost estimate, just labor.
That's for one fire hydrant or
Well, we have 3.
3?
We have 3.
Thought we
Is the
had
quote
2.
for one or is the quote for all 3?
The quote is 1 to put in
Okay.
1.
Okay, where's the third one at? I know we got 2.
It's with the other 2,
Okay.
unless somebody has walked off with it.
Okay, well, we talked about Southern Baptist Church, this one's the fire station, and
Right now, I think that the best way to go would be the Southern Baptist Church, the one on J Street that is leaking, and I believe the one catty corner across the street from the school is out of service. I would like to replace that one. On G Street,
yeah.
those are the 3 I would like. The one at the Southern Baptist Church, it is stiff and it's hard to work, but it does work.
Ben,
This one needs to be replaced.
Ben, we do bulk water, we sure do need to get this
Yes,
one.
that's why that one's on the list.
Okay. I haven't seen your notes here. Yeah, okay. grand total of $99.50
Yes, sir.
on this one quote and $11.5 on the other total.
Yes, sir, that is parts and everything. Parts and labor
Okay,
for both of those,
and you said this 1,800 was,
just for
just
labor.
for one hydrant?
Yeah, that's just for labor. Any other parts that will come into play on that, which there will be some, are not included in that estimate.
Okay, item number 6, billing software. What do you got?
5.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I've got 5 billing software.
Could you go ahead and make a motion to?
Do you wanna
on number
select
5?
a quote to go with for the,
Oh, okay, I got ahead of myself.
Are the tanks and the lines the same, are they both 1,000-gallon tanks?
Do what now?
For the quote for the septic tanks, are they both 1,000 gallon?
Yes.
And the same linear lines?
Yes.
Lateral ones?
Yes. And I need you guys to, give me a direction on that, so I know which one to go with, so we can get started on it as quickly as possible.
Did we find anything out about the perk test?
Yes,
That's
that's
where the
why, that's where he came up with the 620 feet of lateral line.
Okay,
They've
so,
done it, they've
so
done
he
it.
knew that day
Yes,
when he didn't call, neither one of us?
yeah,
Okay.
he called me.
Okay. Then that's when you text me, because I didn't know that he had, okay,
that's what the quotes were
Yes.
specified on,
okay.
was what DEQ said.
You're good.
Hi, Ashley. Can you sign in? Are you here for the meeting?
I will.
On this 11,500, I mean, got just a brief description, 1,000 gallon tank and 620 foot of lateral lines. On this other one, it's itemized. 100 tons of 2-inch core stone delivered, 4,500. Inlet pipe, perforated pipe, 1,250. Tank, 1,200. The labor, 3,000. Did he not have an itemization of?
That, I put in there what he sent me, that's what he sent me.
These two bids from the same person are not, like, one's not contingent on the other.
No,
Like,
absolutely,
he's not gonna do it for that price if we give him both.
no.
Okay.
I need to do some math. What y'all's,
The gentleman that put in the lower of the two bids, he's already talked to DEQ and gotten certified to do a septic tank and lateral line job. So,
who?
Hi, this one.
Hines. Well, I mean, we'll be saving $1,550. What y'all's thought?
I'm good with that.
Well, I make a motion that we go with, Richard Hines Renovation LLC on the septic, project on G Street. Yeah, that's G.
Second.
All in favor? refresh my memory, he did not give a quote for the hydrants at all, did he?
That is correct.
Okay.
Not saying that he won't, but he didn't know about that till later, so.
Right.
Do you need this ASAP, the hydrant?
No. I just know I don't necessarily need it ASAP, but I'm gonna have to have it before I can move forward on getting the hydrants fixed or replaced.
You should have more than one quote.
Well, and
One estimate, more than one estimate.
I sent out I asked for the septic and lateral line quotes before I asked for a day or two before I asked for
We'll
the
wait for
other
another
one.
quote.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can go to item number 6, the billing software. I'm sorry, got the other.
I haven't heard back from the other clerk, I'm contacting other clerks in at least Grady County, trying to find out what billing software they use because ours is becoming obsolete. So I don't have information for you today, I kept it on there because I was hoping somebody would get back to me today.
So, we will, well, no action taken.
Nope.
Item number 7, the budget for the fiscal year 24 and, fiscal year 25.
Yeah, you have copies in yours of the approved budget for 23-24. And those are the numbers. We have been talking about starting the budget process much earlier so that we can have it done earlier than we did this last year. And anything that you guys want to.
Is this something we should probably set a workshop up for?
We could.
See if we get
It's
more,
up to y'all, yes,
see if we get more participation than we did last year?
right?
Workshop, I think so. Because nobody showed last year.
I didn't sign the paper, but I will on that. I don't feel like it was real clear that it was open to the public. Maybe that was my perception. Because I remember it being posted, but sometimes in special meetings, it's hard to know if they're open to the public.
Anytime that the 3 council members are together, they have to post that they are going to be together on
Right.
city business.
Okay.
That is open to the public.
Okay.
The only thing that's not open to the public is executive session,
Okay.
personnel issues, contract issues,
Sure.
and attorney issues.
Okay.
That is all.
Okay. And maybe that was just my misconception, like I just
Well,
wasn't
there may be more
sure.
people, there may
And
be
so-
more people who feel that way or thought that.
Because I do feel like I remember seeing it posted that they were having the meeting, but it was kind of like, well, you know, like, are we allowed to go? And I, you know, so that's where it's like,
It's
maybe.
encouraged that you go.
Okay, sure. Okay, very good.
So, do we want to set a date on a workshop? Or?
All we do is just carry some dates and then pick one in the future.
Yeah,
I just wanna make sure we started on this
Right.
before June.
right.
So just wanted to get a look at
Okay,
it so we can
right.
move forward and it's not.
Late April or mid-May gives you a good
Yeah.
time frame
We
there
will set a
to
date.
get those numbers and.
Okay. Y'all have anything else on that? Karen, ever?
No.
Carrie?
Nope.
Item number 8, new business. Y'all have any new business? Okay. Okay, item number present.
Karen Johnson present.
Amber Odie present.
I got ahead of myself. Agenda for the regular meeting of the Town of Elk Board of Trustees. All agenda items are subject to discussion, consideration, and possible action, including but not limited to approval, denial, amendment, revision, or conditional approval in whole or in part of. Item number 3, make a motion to approve minutes and purchase orders.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 4, we've got this in our packet. It's amendment to Waste Connections contract, which has to do with bulky solid waste pickup schedule and specifications and roll-off dumpsters.
I have some information on that. I spoke with Brittany, who attended our meeting a few weeks ago, and so I got an update, or actually an amendment. I wanted to read the most recent one that she sent me. And the amendment is that, the waste pickup for both the benefit of the authority, of the residents, and the contractor, which will be Waste Connections, shall offer 2 free 30, yard roll-offs, to be used annually. And she said we can split those up or we can use them both at the same time of the year. So I wanted to discuss possibly setting the date to do that and decide if we want to do one or both. And also, the bulky waste pickup has been a question that's been asked before, so I just wanted to clarify that, and I think we are gonna maybe put that in the water bill so everyone will know. The rules for the waste pickup, there's quite a list of things that cannot be picked up, and how you have to bundle them in 3 cubic yard bundles. So we'll get that list out to everyone, and those are going to be on the second Friday of each month. She had actually said that it was gonna be the east side on one week and the west side on one week. I'm not seeing that.
What I'm seeing that they changed from that, the way they did it before, was that you have to call
Yes, you do
them
have to call.
by 3 p.m. on the second Thursday in order for them to pick up on the second Friday.
Yeah, yes, you do have to call Waste Connections on 3 p.m. Thursday, but I do need to clarify with her if anyone can leave bulky waste by the road and they'll pick it up. But, because she did say west side and east side, but I don't know. It's not actually in this amendment right here.
Call by 3
And it's
p.m.
not,
on a
it's not,
Thursday.
and it's not on the attachment either, that it's divided. It just says customers.
Yeah.
That's
So
on
we do
second
need to
Thursday.
clarify that, but I did want to mention it at the meetings, and we'll notify.
So I have a question. So is there any way, because I know when I call Waste Connections, they won't allow the residents to have the 2-yard dumpsters or whatever. Is there not a way that y'all can talk to them about that? Because I don't want to spend $700 on a single roll-off for something that I'm gonna use one time. But there are options to do the 2-yard dumpsters. Is there a way that y'all could amend that with them? Because I mean, we're paying for it either way. But I would rather not spend almost $800 for one single.
With the roll-off socks, $700.
They're $500 and something plus $37 per ton. That's what I was told a week ago. Plus a delivery fee. It was $175 delivery fee on top of that.
Remember, I thought Holly and them paid I thought it was $350 for a roll-off.
That's for different type of use. That's for
Okay.
municipal.
Oh, okay.
It's not for private.
Okay, okay.
I don't know what the private rate, we got a list, but I don't think that was on there. I think that was only for the poly carts, is that right?
Right, I didn't see any roll-off quotes on there.
I don't know the answer to your question, but we can try to find out.
Okay, yeah, cause they said like without you guys approving it through the city, that residents cannot get those. But it's hard for, cause I don't wanna spend $700 for one time when I can buy a 2-yard dumpster for less and use it one time, be done, and use the poly carts. Like, that's kinda my question on that.
Go ahead, Mark.
I called them on that very subject,
Mm-hmm.
and she explained to me that the reason they would not do that is because of things, if somebody overloads a 2-yard dumpster, it messes up their truck, and she gave me a runaround, but.
Probably on the left part.
Said they do not allow that for private citizens or just private individuals to have dumpsters. That's, I called and she said.
Well, not for renovation projects,
Yes,
because renovation projects includes the sheet rocks and the heavier materials, and their trucks can't pick up the
and
dumpsters.
she said it
So
also
they require them to
messed
get
with the,
roll-offs.
sheet rock messed with the compactor. So, that was why she said no.
Well, you got more than I did, so, I mean, really.
You just got numbers,
Apparently, yeah.
so
Okay.
we can check on that.
Do y'all have anything else on the?
Something else that was mentioned in my conversation with them was about, our contract in general, because I know there were questions before, and we do indeed have a contract with them, which that wasn't clearly known, I don't think, but we did have, and we just signed another contract with them, so we do in fact, our city, in order to stay, in with the Oklahoma Solid Waste Act, we as a city have to have a contract with some solid waste company, and we chose Waste Connection. So we do in fact have a contract with them, and citizens within the town are only allowed to use Waste Connections for that service. And if you have a water meter, you have to have trash service. You don't get to say, well, I don't wanna do that. So, I did wanna clear that up for sure. And that we probably need to do a little bit of housekeeping on that, because I don't know that every citizen has trash service. I don't really know, and so we were gonna try to work on a quarterly audit of that, but just wanna make sure that that's known, that Waste Connections is our service provider for the city of Alex. And we will review that when it comes back around and take bids and discuss that if we need to make changes, but for now, that is our contract.
And when new residents come in to set up new customer water service,
Account.
they will also give us the information for us to either send to Waste Connections so they know that we have a new customer, or that the customer at that address has changed, so that their billing stays straight as well as ours. And we'll keep up with those audits.
And I didn't even discuss with her about the billing, just because I wasn't clear about that, because that happened when I was not on the board, and I don't think anybody here was really aware that Waste Connections took over their own billing when our city owed them a debt, and that was their arrangement why that happened. That was how they recouped what we owed them, because the people in charge of the town at the time did not collect the trash fees or didn't pay them, and so the city owed them a lot of money, so they took over that so that they could recoup their fees, and they still currently do their own billing. But as a city, we still have to require citizens to have solid waste services, and they are willing to continue to do the billing. And I don't know if that's something we want to discuss or not, but she said it's not a huge amount of customers, and so they were fine with still continue to do their own billing. But anyway, just to give you an update on, because I did not know that information.
Mark, do you have any update on the breach of contract
Uh,
folks.
sent him a letter with yellow letterhead stating what the fine was and when it was gonna happen again. And he's trying to break the contract with the trash company he's
Okay,
currently in.
that refreshed my memory right there. You can tell me that, but,
Yeah, and I did wanna, make sure everyone understands that just because you see another dumpster doesn't mean it's a legit, like,
doesn't mean it's legal,
right.
because it has to be a waste
Don't be,
connection.
don't be full, think, oh, I can just go get whatever service I want, because we do have a contract with Waste Connections.
Anything else on the book or?
So I do have one more question. Does that mean for any type of project, if we needed a dumpster of some kind? Like if we're doing
That
a
I'm not
project?
sure of, I think there may be, because when I was reading that ordinance, and Carrie was trying to see if our ordinance is updated, because we did just amend that ordinance recently. So I was looking into that, but I did not get to the bottom of
Sure.
it, because there may be like a clause, like if you are remodeling or something and you
Right.
needed, there may be a different, like you might be able to, but I don't know
Just
yet.
cause like I know sometimes contractors are like, you know, that's part
Right.
of their bid is having that roll off
Right.
delivered. And that might not necessarily be waste.
Yeah, we were waiting to
But
hear back from.
hiring a contractor to come in and do a project for you, that is part of their bid.
Right,
They are not residents, so they are
Okay.
not held to that
Okay.
contract.
that makes sense.
That's what I was thinking.
Because
Okay.
on the pricing that they gave us with the contract, it did not have a roll-off price,
Sure,
so,
okay.
Rules
Well,
are
and
usually
realistically,
for
that would only be there for a
Exactly.
short
Right.
time.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
be
really think it
something-
pertains just to your day-to-day trash.
Sure,
It's
okay.
not necessarily, but we do need to find
make sure. Make sure.
the amendments and make sure it lines up
Okay, but that does
correctly,
make
but,
sense though.
yeah,
that it
and
would be-
and we're trying to get that out soon, the information, so people know, because
Sure.
it's like, a lot of the stuff you just don't know, like,
Yeah.
it's not that anybody's trying to do it wrong, we just
Right.
don't know.
Right.
Anything else on item 4?
You need to make a motion if you're gonna agree to the amendment to
Uh,
the contract.
yes.
I'll make a motion that we accept the amendment to the Waste Connection contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Item number 5, code enforcement report.
The roll-off.
Huh,
You gonna do anything with the roll-off?
It's specified inside the amendment.
Well, I think that kind of goes in connection with the next part of the townwide
Yeah.
cleanup and discussion of when we'd like to do that. So as far as the roll-offs, what she explained to me was that probably the best scenario would be to have the roll-offs, 1 or 2, delivered here to City Hall on a Thursday possibly, and they would be picked up Saturday at noon. Which allows the people that are in and out of here to keep eyes on who's dumping, because we don't obviously want people that aren't citizens dumping their trash there, and you're able to keep an eye better on.
well, that's why we
What
had to
they're
move it
dumping.
from behind the fire station down there when DEQ was supplying us one, because out of towners during the night, we just, how many times we load mattresses up?
Yeah.
Well,
And I didn't want bed bugs.
But she said the best is to leave for a very short amount of time, but allow your citizens enough advance that they know it's gonna be available that particular day. And I think that's probably a good way to go about it, so.
So why would you do it during the week when people do stuff on the weekend?
I don't know if they pick up trash on Sundays,
No, they don't.
so that was why she just said
So
that,
they can pick it up on Monday?
because there's no one here to kind of keep an eye on it. And if if it's overflowing, then they're just gonna be putting trash on the ground, and there wouldn't be anybody here to monitor that.
That was going to be a suggestion I had, if we get, instead of getting 2 at the same time, get one. That way, when they overfill it and there's a ton of trash sitting next to one, and they haul it off because they'll only take them if they're past a certain level, they won't take them. So then we can bring in the next one, put what's on the ground with the front end loader on the tractor in the new dumpster, and that one would be like gone within a day or 2. If
I've never
it
done it
filled
before,
up
so
fast.
I mean.
Well, I know me and Blanche and Mark, we have had our fair share of overloads and had to pick that stuff up.
That's
You
what,
don't- you
that's what
don't know
she's saying,
you're
if you
handling.
have it here, it's less likely to get like that versus if you put it somewhere where no one can see it, they're just gonna dump whatever in.
Well,
I don't know, and the shorter amount of
And we
time you
got
leave it,
you
the less
now,
likely that
so-
can happen.
that helps.
Yeah, I mean, if it's out here, it's, if we can watch it.
And she said also if it's not full, you can always just call and say, hey, don't pick it up.
I like Mark's idea of just having one, you know, and then go from there.
But if we're only gonna get 2 a year, they'll probably be at the same time, because I foresee that being a problem as far as them overfilling the first one and then
They will.
getting the second one right afterwards, so we can have something, someplace to put all the overflow. Just my thoughts.
I don't see the difference in having two at the same time and one back to back.
Yeah,
but that's
I
just
mean,
me.
it-
But I haven't done it before, so.
Two will fill up and overflow.
If they fill up 2 and nobody's paying attention, and all, the
Well, and
overflow goes
also,
over the
as you're
sides,
here on Thursday and Friday and at school, you can call and be like, hey, you didn't wait.
that's true,
We don't want it to be overfilled.
that's true.
The courtesy was leaving it through Saturday, half a day, just so people might have a chance to
Right.
get rid of their trash.
I would imagine, the way it's been with the dumpsters in the past, I would imagine the first dumpster will fill up really quick, the second one not near as quick.
But like I said, you can always ask them to leave it, so, but do you wanna leave it over the weekend, would be the question.
Right. Well, and that's one reason we moved it down there behind the lock gate, because when it got full, we could lock the gate, and people didn't wanna.
It's like, that's what I was gonna ask, do we do that again?
Do what?
Put it behind the,
To me, that's a liability issue. If we go off and leave that gate open, some,
I'll leave it open.
well, yeah, but
You get a phone call and they go open it. It's only for a short period of time. It's not gonna be for months, it's just for a few days.
if you get 15 or 20 cows in one day, I mean, now,
Well,
the town guys will be liable, but
The 15 or 20 calls during the day
it's
is
no
not,
problem.
not an issue at all. It's somebody at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night go, hey, can you open the gate?
You
and let me
said, you said hours, you said this is the time that's available.
I was gonna say, cause we, not to bring it up, but when I live in Amber, when they do that, they have a time set, and then they have it behind gates, and when that time set, they lock the gates.
I was like, everywhere I've been that did this, we had it behind a gate, it was between these hours, and it was after 5 o'clock, it was like 5 to 7. It was
Available then.
available then,
I mean, it's free trash service.
yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
You kinda gotta work around.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna have rules, or it's gonna be a huge cleanup job.
Me and Mark had discussed before too, I mean, with this, probably be okay, but if we get a teenage kid that wants to go down there and cut donuts and end up off in the lagoon, we got an unlocked gate, possible lawsuit on the town. Knock on wood, that has not happened yet, but. So, what do we want to do? Put it down there behind lock gate and have the set time?
If we put it up here, it's gonna be clean up. If we put it down there, we're gonna get after hours calls. Especially if it doesn't fill up as fast as we think it might. If it sits down there for 2 weeks before people go, oh yeah, that dumpster's down there. So, I
Well,
don't
you
know.
could put the first one here.
Could put the first one
I don't
here.
think they were gonna leave them for a long time, like it was just you just get them for short
Right.
cleanup.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, right?
You don't, I don't know that it's,
Or
she
at the
did
most
say
a
we
week.
could call
At the
if
most
it
a
wasn't
week.
full, but yeah. The
Like
only,
set these
the only thing she
dates.
expressed was here is you have more eyes to keep an eye on what's going in it, so
Yes.
you're not left with a mess that you probably would have to clean up.
Yeah.
Well, and that's,
Yeah, we'll have some cleanup, I mean, that's just a fact. So do we wanna put one behind the gate and one here, or both down there, or what? You have more,
I would say, this is just my opinion, let's try one up here, see how that goes.
and see how it goes, I mean.
And if people are idiots, then we'll have to go back behind the lock gate.
And he's on the Deedens most
So-
generally, so
That will help.
I think seeing his presence, they're gonna say, oh, we better not, you know.
Right, that will
Yeah.
help.
Are you gonna pick a weekend to consider time?
Honestly,
I would do, I mean, it sounds horrible, but I would do it, so our water bills go out, by what date? Sorry.
I'll say the 30th.
So, send it out with this water bill and say, and give someone like 30 days to give them,
Right.
so,
And someone had also contacted the bank, I believe, about, citywide garage sale, which I know that we're not in charge of that, but if we wanted to set a date in advance, that might allow whoever is thinking that to organize more cleanup, I don't know. But it probably would be nice to set a date, so.
is
we
there a
could-
citywide garage sale?
Not in a while,
It's been years.
there has
Okay.
been.
Is,
not-
is anything else going on the first weekend in April? Like the 5th, 6th, 7th,
Like in,
4th, 5th, 6th? Anything going on
There,
those
we
days?
wouldn't have time to get the word out, I don't think.
that's what I was, yeah.
It'd probably have to be either end of April or beginning of May, right, Gary, or am I thinking wrong?
I would give people 3 weeks to,
What about April 26th, 27th, 28th, or, let's see, now,
25th, 26th, 27th.
yeah,
Thursday through Saturday.
Perfect.
that'll give you 1, 2, 3, that gives you 4 weeks from now.
I don't think that would be adequate amount of time.
So we can put that in a note on that in the water bills,
This month.
for people to be prepared to bring their stuff that they wanna get rid of to the roll-off dumpster that weekend.
Do you have
Yes, sir.
limitations like no tires and no?
Yeah, there's a list.
Yeah, there's a long
It's
list
not the
here.
same as that, is it?
Good.
Is it the same?
No batteries, no paint, no freon.
I mean, it's,
Or refrigerators or
Oh, that's the-
stuff?
Yeah, this is a bulky pickup, so I don't know if it's the same route, but it should be really similar.
Yes.
Good.
No tires.
27 items on that list.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know, that's something else I'll have to ask her, if there's different things for the roll-offs
Well,
as there is for the bulky.
And that's what I was sitting here thinking, I mean, you take 27 items, we probably need to put a list in with the water bills, because if not, we're gonna have a mess. They're gonna be putting stoves and ice boxes and deep freezes and Freon bottles and,
There was some strange stuff put in the dumpsters when they were back there,
yes.
and they hauled them off every time.
But, I think they're getting more stickler now,
You think you can get that
so,
then
Yeah, don't email.
Amber, you've been kinda in charge of this
to,
deal.
we'll get a lit, make sure, if this is the list, then we'll make sure the list goes in the water.
Okay.
Get all in.
So,
All on the flyer with the townwide cleanup, and it'll be posted around town and go in the water bills.
so can we go with the April 25th, 26th, 27th date for townwide cleanup? Is that what y'all thinking? That's 4 weeks.
Was there a motion?
I make the motion that on the townwide cleanup, we use the dates, April 25th, 26th, 27th.
And there'll be one roll-off available. Correct? And there'll be one roll-off available, correct?
One roll-off available.
Same.
And if we get that one full, or
I have a second, do I have a vote?
Second.
All in favor?
Okay.
full or pretty close to full, and we could, get some citizen input on when how if they wanna wait till the fall to do another one, or if they need to keep cleaning up stuff.
We'll just make the call after we
Item number 6, the QuickBooks Online, no action taken till we get further information, correct?
Well,
That's
Well,
different.
So this is different.
What?
that QuickBooks is not the billing software.
Okay,
Yeah, we're still on the billing software. QuickBooks Desktop
Okay.
21 is being discontinued as of May 24th, so,
okay.
I would suggest going to QuickBooks Online, because everything, from what they've told me, everything will transfer over, and it is basically the same cost. And the first year, we should get a 75% discount if we do it quickly.
Okay, item number 7, the police department report.
You need a motion?
Oh.
Can I have permission to do so?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we update QuickBooks
Yeah.
Online.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You have a report, Chad?
No, Mark should have, he asked for it, yeah.
He sent it to me. Do you wanna read it?
Yeah, I can read it.
It's simple. And you would probably have further information on that.
Do we have a copy?
No, it's on my phone. I didn't get it printed.
So we have 1 impound, 1 identity theft, 1 scan report, 1 slam jam, 1 warrant served. Previous case required by party, 1 vehicle put into service, 1 vehicle needing repairs, 2 vehicle repair, 1 report taken, 1 domestic call, 1 6 citations, 1 warning, 5 stops, and 1 new hire.
Thank you.
He did ask me to mention that some of those in his stats there were, out in the county calls as well, that he got dispatched.
I don't take shorthand. Will you make us a copy of
I
that as
will.
well, please? I spoke with Richard Towle at the Dodge House this morning. Wasn't it this morning? Yesterday morning, Mark?
I'm not sure when you talked to him, sir, I was reading meter this morning.
No, it was this
Yesterday.
morning.
Okay.
We have 2 police units at the Dodge House. Both of them, one car is better than the other. We're looking at $4,000 to $5,000 to fix both of them each. That's 4 to 5 each. Both of them have camshaft problems and cylinder problems. So I haven't had a chance to talk to you. I've spoke to Mark briefly. Me and you've talked about it briefly.
These are the same cars that, we got quoted $10,000 a piece to fix, and wasn't guaranteed that it would be fixable. And we took the cars to the Dodge House, and they're saying that they can fix them for
And he's
$5,000.
very reputable, on top of that. I felt like we was getting fed a line, but anyway, that's between here and there. My personal opinion is, fix the better of the 2 and surplus the other one. And being we got such a great deal through GSA on the new, what is it? Help me out.
Explorer.
Explorer. If we can get one decked out like that for 16,000, maybe get another one down the line, not right now.
What's the value of these, like, is it
I've
worth $5,000?
I've not checked the book on it. Have you, Mark?
I have not checked the blue book on it.
I can check
They're
on-
15s, so I don't.
I have a hard time spending $5,000 on a $1,000 car.
I can, I should have done that this morning, but I didn't. That is a good point.
I mean, I'd rather spend
Let
time
me
on
check-
something that's
Yeah.
like what we got for 15 than spend.
I totally agree with that.
But I am ready to surplus all the other ones.
Let's me and you check in the morning, what the book value of those cars are. Didn't we determine those were, one was a 14 and one was a 15?
The one with orange lettering on it is 14. I believe the other two are 15s. The two ghost lettering cars are 15s.
The two ghost ones are 14s.
And then
It's
the
backwards.
orange lettering was
You're
15?
backwards.
Yeah, this one's
Yeah.
15.
Okay, then I was backwards. They're 14s then.
Orange is 15,
The oranges are
Yeah.
15.
The
Two
two ghosts are
ghosts.
14s.
which we will not have the ghost no more, or 14s. Let's check on that. Paige, do you have a book there at the bank? I mean, we can pull it up, but if I call you in the morning, can you help us on that, please?
It's easier if I have the VIN numbers.
We can get you those.
I can call Richard Ty in the morning and get the VIN numbers.
Are both of them there?
Yes, because he was wanting an answer, and I said, I will not give you an answer. I said, it's not an I, it's a we. I said, the other two board members, I told him we was having a meeting today. I told him I'd be talking to him in the morning. I said, we don't
Do
do
we need a
stuff.
motion contingent on that, or no?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
I know the cars are old and 5,000's a lot to put into it, but they're equipped with all the electronics and everything, and it transfer that over to another car. So
Well, we just bought that new Explorer, and it was completely loaded out. We give 16 grand for it. And the only thing we gotta put in it is a radar and a radio. So we got, and this GSA, being you're new to coming, the GSA is a government surplus auction, and they deal in emergency vehicles, mainly.
okay.
In fact, the one, they was wanting me to go to New Mexico to look at it, and I said, no. I said, get it on home. I wasn't available that day, and Mark Smith and Mark Anderson went, Mark Anderson and Rodney Gregory, our county fire chief, went. Then Mark Smith went.
Me and Mark Smith went and looked at it, and me and Rodney went and picked it up.
Right. So,
I just Googled it, just to give you a broad estimate. This says the value of a used 2014 Dodge Charger ranges from $5,043 to $23,778 based on vehicle condition, mileage, and options.
I was gonna say that, 23,000.
I'm sure they're not worth that much, but that was a valid point with the,
without a question,
Right.
yes,
with
it is.
the lights and siren and radios already installed. You wouldn't have to worry about that. If we get one of those on the road, it'd be good for another 7 or 8 years.
Well, and here's the deal. We've got Chad, and we've got Mark Smith for the community. If we, anybody heard from Brandon Frizzell?
No.
Okay. If we get a reserve or another officer, I mean, we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard spot right now for a vehicle. So, I don't know, it's whatever we wanna do.
So you wanna gather more information before you make a motion on that?
Let me get with Richard in the morning, I will go ahead and get the van numbers. We'll see what you come up with. Versus, I mean, that's probably pretty close, but that's a wide range.
I think suggesting with the 2014, with that model and with having problems, it might be best to surplus, but that's y'all's decision. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen them surplus, with them having problems already,
Right.
but like I said, that's y'all's.
John, one thing nobody's bringing up is hours. We all know those got an enormous amount of hours on them. That would,
Because,
Like,
You know-
the Hemis weren't made to set idling for the engine hours.
well,
And that's why they have that engine problems.
and Todd's had even told me and Mark, where we had them before, Dodge, their Tories did line up, they was missing on cylinder 3 and cylinder 5. And both places told us that in the Hemis, they're notorious for doing that.
Yeah, and the Hemis, that's what they weren't built for.
That all transpired before, this is a new ball team, before any of us was here, so, yeah, let me get some more information. Me and Mark, me and you'll get some, you tied up in the morning?
I'm tied up
I know you are.
But no, I think.
We'll get
Mark's
together in the
supposed to be
morning.
bringing.
And, get some, let's,
You've got 10 minutes. I'm telling Mark he's got 10 minutes.
we'll just, we'll do it on contingents of what we find out in the morning.
And for the B part of that, if, when I contact AT&T, if they will let us exchange the mobile units, the little boxes for the iPads, from the contracts that I've looked at, it's the same pricing to get an iPad
Okay.
versus that mobile, and it will have the wireless connection, and they will be able to do the Otis on it. And they should be able, that should fix that
Do
problem
you
for
need a
them.
motion for that?
I would like one, yes.
I'll make a motion that we, exchange the
Mobile units.
mobile units for iPads. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do you have anything else on this police info?
No, not right now.
Would that include a, iPad for my vehicle? I'm just asking because I went on 3 calls today. And I just had to talk to somebody on the phone.
When you get the radio, this is my personal opinion, when you get the radio in the lights and your vehicle's actually being used as a police vehicle also, in full capacity like it should be, that's when you need to have
Where
the
are we at?
GeoSafe
With that.
to where you're checking in and dispatch knows where you are at all times.
Where are we at with getting your truck equipped?
I am waiting on a call back from that fellow.
Yeah. So we're still waiting on
You want me to talk to?
Matt
Matt. Yeah.
Wallace, has Matt not called you?
No.
We'll call him in the morning. Everybody's busy. I mean, you gotta remind people. I have to be reminded. Guys, I can't remember all this.
Well, and it's like,
That's the reason we got 2 board members and clerks and y'all, I can't remember all this.
my list gets about yay long, and it's like, well, I'm trying to take care of the priorities.
Okay, I'm gonna make us a note here.
Getting the lights on the truck is not necessarily at the top of the list sometimes.
Okay, item number 8.
Do the other two before you jump to executive session? So if anybody has any new business?
Yeah, let's do the, we'll skip 8 right now. We'll go to item number 9, fiscal year 2023-24 budget.
I think I want to just note that we're going to review it inside workshop.
it.
There's no motion needed.
For late April, right?
I think that would be a good starting point.
Workshop for late April.
Why are you meeting?
Because it's $20,000.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing.
You want me to do?
Item number 10, new business. Thanks, Mark. Good luck with your
Thank you. See y'all later.
schooling. Item number 10, new business. Karen.
Okay.
We had one person sign up to speak. I can't read it from
I
here.
think I was the only one that
Yeah,
signed.
it was on.
The only thing I might ask is, that when y'all bought the new police cruiser,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson was adamant about marking it.
But it was
Yes.
not a ghost vehicle, is what I said.
Yeah, I mean, it got no markings on it.
No, he's using it to go to Cleat right now.
Yeah.
We don't have time to market right now. We can't, we,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
asking.
no, no.
She was asking about.
no,
marketing
yeah,
it, yeah.
I was just adamant that when we do market, that we
Yes.
not go support.
Yes.
I mean,
Got
total,
two that feel that way.
I'm in total agreement with
Yeah.
that, and I
Yeah.
think everybody in this room is. Here's the deal, the reason those was marked that way, in the past, they
They
didn't
made
have,
the decision to do it,
Yes, that's
so,
what-
and that's it.
and, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna put markings on it. Okay, item number 8, we will go into executive session at 4:56 p.m. Y'all can hang tight.